Welcome to the Smart Travel Family YouTube channel and the tour of the TF-11 trail in Anaga Rural Park in Tenerife. This is roughly a 12 kilometers long trail that is considered the hard one because of the ascent that you have to do. It's several hundred vertical meters. Even if you are going in the direction of the ocean, if you are coming from Punta del Hidalgo to Cruz del Carmen, then you can expect the ascent to be even more brutal. So you really have to be in top physical shape, have adequate gear, and if you are hiking in the summer, spring month when it's hot, make sure that you have adequate water and food with you. Here you can see a map of the trail. So TF-12 starts at the same place where TF-12 does, and then it forks off, and then it goes through the El Batan village, and then also Volcano del Moro, and ends in Punta Hidalgo. Okay, so vamos, here we go. And how these videos work is I do a short clip roughly every kilometer or at noteworthy spots. So you can expect the same in this video. When you are doing the trails, if you don't follow a GPS app, pay attention to these small flags and they mark where your trail is going. If you see a cross, that's the wrong way. If you see that it goes to one or the other side, this is where you have to go as well. Trails in Tenerife are superbly marked, so also at 900 meters you are reaching these crossroads and you very clearly see that TF-12 goes to the left and we are supposed to go down here, TF-11. We are approaching the 2-kilometer mark. The trail still looks quite similar. So it's your typical Anaga Rural Park forest trail. Part of the trail is closed this week, but let's check it out. Usually it's quite possible that this is just a safety precaution to abscond the park management from any responsibility. And here you can see what an officially closed trail looks like. As I mentioned, usually you can quite easily pass through. And yep, it's the case also today. Hola. At the 4-kilometer mark, the path is really pleasant, still suitable for trail running. As you can see, it continues here, around there. And by the way, there you can see the Chinamide village. There is a quite nice restaurant if you are taking the TF-10 trail, and the Chinamide caves, we should see them in a moment. They are down below. As you are hiking in the park, what occasionally you will see are these caves here. These are most likely historical shepherd's caves, because all of these paths actually used to connect various villages in the park before the arrival of sort of paved roads and civilization. So people would have sheltered there from bad weather. If you hear rustling in the brushes, don't be freaked out. These are only lizards, like the one that you see here. This is a pretty large specimen. Rest assured there are no snakes on the island. So even if you hear rustling in the weeds, you don't have to be cautious. When reading the trail info in Cruz del Carmen, it said that there will be only 40 vertical ascent meters, which was clearly a lie. I have already done definitely more than 150, and now this ascent to the Batan village is also quite a steep one, at least 80, maybe 100 meters. But don't despair, because you will be rewarded because of this with the most magnificent view of the Chinamide caves. If for some reason you have to stop the trail early, the village is the first instance where you can get the bus. So at this intersection, just past the small church there, you go down the road and you will be able to get at the bus stop. While exiting the village, really watch out where you're going. There is this really nice picnic spot there. I don't know whether the water is potable, but at least you can wash off your sweat, and you might be tempted to go past here and also visit that wine press that you can see there. However, then you would go the wrong way, because actually the trail continues right here. There is this really obscure trail marker here, so that's super easy to miss. I have no idea why I have not installed any indications here. So for this reason, I really suggest that you use Maps.me, All Trails or Wikiloc app or something similar, so that you don't wear off. I would say that pretty much every trail that I've done, even though the trails are very well marked, there is this 1 or 2 spots where you can miss the right way. And in the background we are having these continuously beautiful views here. So the village is right there behind me, and we are ascending up to the stone outcrop there, where hopefully the trail should continue downhill again. And as we are approaching these stones here, it's also the summit of the mountain at the village. So let's see where the trail goes next. Some earth erosion, but this is what you have to thank for use like this. And at 5.5 kilometers you are reaching the Bejia's village and the direction to Punta del Hidalgo, where we have to go. And a bit more of the scenery as you do the trail past kilometer 7. Ocean in the distance, Chinamide caves to your right, and the TF-11 trail in front of us. Kilometer mark, you arrive at this opening in the rock, really unobtrusive at the side of the trail, but it seems that there is light on the other end. Let's check it out. Not really sure how to best do it. Probably I should be sliding on my butt, but I have to be presentable for the video. Okay, I'm in. It's very low just at the entrance, but I can actually walk right quickly after I'm in here. This is kind of nice. I guess it's not legal to camp in the park, but if you would want to stay overnight, then this probably would be the spot here. Probably the park rangers know of this spot as well, but no idea whether they are checking every evening. Okay, we're out of the cave and let's continue on. And at 9 kilometers you are reaching the perfect picnic spot, especially if the weather is bad. If it's turning towards rain, you can just sit down here. There is a crevice roof here. Sit down and enjoy the view. You also even get to see a bit of the caves there. Well, the views remain scenic. This trail throws you one curveball after another. I thought that we are done with ascending, but I see that the trail is continuing there and up to the ridge. Nothing I can do about it, but I so wish it would be descending from now on. And as I said, the 9 kilometer mark, and we are ascending to the ridge up here. The trail is awesome, but I just didn't count on this many vertical ascent meters. Holy smokes, I made it to the last ridge. Whew. Descended from up there to the village, down to the valley, on the trail there, and then up here again. Whew. You can already see Punta Hidalgo in the distance, so finally it descends. At the 9.7 kilometer mark, when you ascend the last ridge before Punta Hidalgo that you already see in the distance, I really suggest that you take this small ridge up there, just less than 100 meters, for the most stunning views of the Chinamide caves. You of course can see them from the top of the ridge, but some vegetation is in front of you. There you have an unobstructed view. Absolutely stunning. Check it out. And as you descend from the ridge, then you get to enjoy a short piece of trail that's like this. Really does remind you of the most enchanted magical trails in the center of the Anaga Rural Park. Has the same vibes. Of course the vegetation is smaller because of the more rough environment. And it's kilometer 11 and we are descending now to Punta Hidalgo. There in the distance you can see the famous Punta Hidalgo monument that you can see pretty much from anywhere on this side of the coast. And for us it's 1 more kilometer still to go. And this is where the trail ends, on the main street of Punta Hidalgo. And then you just go to the left. We have no one to pick you up. There is a bus station and buses go from La Laguna roughly every half an hour. I recommend that you stop by in the Tourist Information Center. There are superbly smart guides, also speak English, and you can see that they have advanced lately the assistance to tourists. They even can show you pictures and the map on the screen. But of course they also distribute print materials. If you are doing the TF-11 trail, just like the TF-10 and 12 trails, then you are in luck if you need to move by public transport, because the Cruz del Carmen place is served by 5 buses that arrive from La Laguna from the interchange, which then further transports you to Santa Cruz or to the south of the island. One more useful tip: for example, the TF-11 trail, a section of it today is closed for the whole week, but always do check about it, not in official sources, but in the Facebook Tenerife hiking community group. There you can ask questions and people will usually tell you whether it's just a precautionary measure by the authorities, or whether the trail is really messed up and you really cannot do it. Most often the trails are very doable despite official warning signs. Word of advice: if you are doing trail runs after rain or in humid weather, like when there has been lots of fog during the night, really watch out when you're running, because the trails can be really slippery. I haven't yet fallen after doing roughly 10 trail runs, but I think this is still ahead of me. I have thought about wearing spikes here. I have not experimented yet, but this could be probably something very, very useful, or at least get shoes with a proper protector. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Thanks for your support of the channel by pressing those like and subscribe buttons, and see you next time.